Pardon me to share with you what God showed me concerning Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu concerning his 2023 political ambition. I had a dream 2 days before Chief Sunday Igboho was arrested. It was in July. And in this dream, what I saw Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaigning on the street, wearing a very flamboyant agbada. The campaign appeared to be like a primary campaign. It like was campaigning for a primary elections. Two things were significant in this particular dream. Number one was Ashiwaju was campaigning with one of his hands paralyzed. You could see it was very clear that particular hand was paralyzed. And as he was campaigning, there was somebody that he needed to be in his camp. And at the 11th hour, at the last minute, the person came to his camp and there was jubilation and everybody was very happy. That dream was as short as that. Now, what does that mean? Why would God show something like that? I would say it like this. Number one, when you dream or when a man of God dreams, God can show two things. God can reveal his plans for you, to encourage you, to strengthen you. Or God can also expose the plans of the enemy. But it is very important I say this. Many times servants of God put upon themselves the burden of a dream coming to pass. Some servants of God would think that if they had a dream or they had a vision or they prophesied something and it came to pass, that it validates them as genuine. It may not be like that. I will give a few instances. When God promised the children of Israel through Moses that he was taking them to the promised land. He was in Egypt. He did 10 miracles for them. But when they became rebellious along the journey, about 2 million people did not reach the promised land. God intended to take them. God did miracles to take them, but he didn't reach there. Now, if a man of God had prophesied to some of those people and said, God is taking you to the promised land, and he didn't get there, they would have said maybe the man of God was lying. That is one dimension. Second dimension, when King Hezekiah was sick, and God told him through a prophet, put your house in order. It is time to go. Then he went to God, and he pleaded with God and negotiated, and God added 15 years to his life. Now look at that. God wanted to take him, but God added more years. If another person if somebody had prophesied to that man that he was going to die, and the man left him, if a man of God prophesied to him that he was going to die, and the man of God left, and he went and prayed, and God added to his years. Maybe God did not speak to the man of God again. Or maybe somebody was there when the prophecy was made. He said, no, that man of God was a lie. He came to this king and told him that God said, this man is going to die. The third example I'm going to give you is when God spoke to Abraham in Genesis 15, that his descendants will be slaves in a strange land for 400 years. And the nations they will serve, he will judge. If you notice, Abraham didn't pray about that thing, and he didn't attempt to change it. If it were us, we would attempt to change certain things and think, no, it's a bad dream. I reject it in the name of Jesus. Now, why didn't Abraham pray? Perhaps Abraham had a conviction that it was a judgment of God that is not reversible. Now, let me come back to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I gave you all those explanations to know that when a man of God speaks, there are some visions, there are some dreams, there are some prophecy you will receive from a servant of God about your future, that it may still require your cooperation for it to manifest. It may some dreams and visions that are very good may require you to stay in line, may require you to stay focused, and there are some dreams and visions you need to pray war to make it happen, because the enemy may contend for it. And there are some things God will speak. You have no contribution, you have no effort to make it has been done, sealed, delivered. So that is where the tricky part is in terms of dreams and vision. Now, to come back to the one of Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this would, if this plays out the way it is, it doesn't make me a superhuman being. It doesn't make me a more genuine prophet. If it doesn't play out like that, it doesn't make me less. The only thing that is important is, did God show me? And I've done what God has shown me. I will be taking us on a journey on understanding dreams and visions for another time. This time I will not touch on some of those things, but I just thought it wise that it is important that I share this with you. Thank you very much for listening. This is Prophet Femi Oshin from Wall of Fire Ministry. God bless you. God bless you. I think the chat has ended. I'm just trying to switch it off from somewhere here.